What's going on, y'all? I, mm, I'm honestly still in shock about everything that just went down earlier today. Um, Around 9:45, I got a text message, and I was debating with myself whether or not I was gonna come on here and say something, or wait till what it is. But I just decided that I needed to get it out. Uh, Around 9:45 this morning, I got a text message from a friend of mine. And she was like, girl, is it true what they saying about Traci? And I was like, what are you talking about? And before she could respond, I just went on ahead and got on Twitter because I'm pretty sure if it was something big or whatever, it would have been on Twitter, would have been on the blogs by now, would have been on the Instagram. And sure enough, as soon as I logged on Twitter, I seen a, headline from Love Be Sky. I seen a headline from TMZ, People, That Grape Juice, and all these other mostly credible blogs and outlets, news media outlets. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Like an audible gasp. And I was so glad it really wasn't nobody in my job at this point, patrons or whatever, and just the staff, because I was just like, oh my God, I really said that really out loud, because that is not what you was expecting, okay? I don't think anybody wakes up and expect to hear bad news like that. Sudden bad news, especially like when you did not know. And honestly, we didn't know because they kept it private that Traci Braxton was going through some of the things that she was going through. Mama was suffering from cancer. I think it was esophageal cancer. I seen something that it said esophageal cancer, which all the way says to me the throat. You know what I'm saying? That says the throat, that when you swallow and all that shit. Oh my God. And I can just imagine this pain or I don't know. I can just imagine the struggle that she was going through with that. 50 years old, she has a husband, she has a son, she has grandkids, and I just feel real, real bad that her life ended the way that it ended. And I'm glad that she had people around her. It's sad also. You want to know why? Because wasn't it like a couple of years ago or so, or probably less than that, where they lost their niece? The brother's daughter passed away, and that particular daughter, was really, really close to Traci. And I remember the last season of Braxton Family Values, they had presented that storyline with Traci. That's probably like Traci, if you that whole season with her, and when they did that whole storyline, and she was putting out her raw emotions, and she was acting out, and it was mostly because she was in pain. She was in pain because she lost somebody who was her niece, but she was like a daughter to her. And going through therapy with that and just letting those emotions flow, like that shit hurt my heart so much when I was watching it. That was the realest shit that I was seeing on that season of Braxton Family Values. And a lot of us has, heavy hearts right now listening to and hearing the news about her. And I know some people like, I mean, it's just Traci Braxton and all that stuff, but you don't understand, okay? You don't understand. If you was back there when we was back there when Braxton Family Values came on, okay? Listen, when I heard Braxton Family Values was happening, I knew about the family. Some people didn't know about the family because I was a fan of Traci. I mean, Tamar, not Tamar. Oh, I was a big fan of Tony, still is. And y'all already know that's like one of my top 3 faves already. Always, okay? And, when you like somebody, you get to know about their family and things like that. And then Tamar came out, and then you found out about them, the Braxton sisters having a group, Tamar, Tawanda, and Trina, so I knew about that. I knew all of this stuff before the show came on. So that all together made me interested in watching the show and getting to know them even more, in the fact that this was a African-American women. This is an African-American family. They're successful. They're having their own reality show. I have to support. And I'm so glad that we did get what we got out of Braxton Family Values, whether it was good, whether it was bad, because whatever you think of it, because it brought those personalities to life. And we got to see how everybody was. And we saw Traci's struggle. We saw her journey throughout that whole situation. And if you've been with me from the gap, y'all already know what it is, okay? Y'all know I love the family. Y'all know I respect the family. Y'all know I had, a little time with maybe one of them or whatever. It is what it is. Like, if y'all don't know, I used to be cool with Tamar. But we good. No hard feelings or whatever. We're cool right now. And some of the other sisters as well. But Traci always stuck with me for some reason. And I tell you know what? It ain't for some reason. I knew exactly what it was. Because I never liked the way that they presented her on the show, especially in the beginning. And this is no shade to them. I don't know if it was the other producers or whatever who had control over the titles and stuff that they put underneath the names of them. They always called Traci the wannabe. Always called her the wannabe because Traci wanted to be in the music industry, but because she got pregnant, she wasn't able to be a part of the Braxton sisters group, the Braxtons. And she felt like her chance passed her by. And we saw her trying to, find herself throughout the seasons, throughout the series of the show. And I will say this, I cannot be real if I don't say the honest truth. Traci was not always treated fairly, in my opinion. No shade by some people. At one point, I feel like because they gave her that title that she was the one to be, it was like she was the one that I don't want to say they looked down on her, but she was treated unfairly. She was treated unfairly for the most part. She had issues. She had a different type of struggle going on. And I feel like she was trying to live up to the expectations of her sisters and be in that shadow and get out of that shadow and find her own way and try to achieve the things that she wanted to achieve years ago, but she couldn't because of the things that happened with her getting pregnant and, the such. It just felt like she was always fighting for understanding, always fighting for understanding. And when she would have her blow-ups and baby, she was good for throwing a little bit of attitude in there or whatever and being real with it. Like, we can get upset at it back then because we felt like, or some of us felt like it was disrespectful a little bit. But when you look at it, you can be like, I get it. Mama was hurting. Mama was trying to find her journey, her footing. She was trying to find her footing in life, And even with that, she gave us some of the most funniest shit. One of my favorite quotes that always pop up when I think about Traci is that reunion. I don't know if y'all remember, but season 1 of Braxton Family Values, they had a reunion, okay? And it was hosted by Wendy Williams. Now, I forget exactly what was being said. I gotta go back and watch it. I think it's still on Hulu, but I do got the season 1 DVD. Mama said, why write with a pen when you can write with a pencil? Okay, and it was the way that she said it that made everybody fucking laugh. Okay, even now I'm thinking about it's hilarious. But when you think about what she said, it makes sense. You write with a pen, that shit permanent. You write with a pencil, you can go back and erase those mistakes and try over again. I said, bitch, Traci was spitting. They was laughing at her ass, but Traci was spitting. She was doing that. One of the clips that I posted when Tamar was trying to teach her to dance, bitch, that shit was funny, okay? Girl, when she be snapping off on people. Girl, y'all remember the one when Traci was about to fight Tamar in her own house? She was like, let's go outside then. Bitch, Traci was not having it, okay? Her and Tamar, I don't want to say this, but I hope But it seemed like Tamar and Traci have, reconnected and got their situation together. Because, y'all, they had a rough time. If you saw the show, they had a rough time. And that's just how it is sometimes with sisters and siblings, whatever. We don't always get along. Sometimes we go periods without talking, but eventually we come back together, hopefully. And it seems like they were able to do that. And I'm just glad that happened, that they were able to do that. But yeah, that is so sad. Let me tell you something. Braxton Family Values was an era. The friend that actually texted me and her became good friends off of the fact that we were fans of the Braxton Family Values show. Okay. And our friendship just blossomed from there. All right. I will say, because y'all know I have an issue with trying to find people, kind of weary about becoming close friends or close associates or whatever, to turn into friends or whatever from people off of the internet. And, because I had a previous experience that did not work out well. And actually, bitch, that was from this era too. Okay. But this one actually stuck. From then till now, we're still cool. We've grown up. We've matured, and I got Braxton Family Values, so thanks for that. Wow, that is crazy. One of my good friends is because of Braxton Family Values. That is crazy. But, yeah, I just wanted to say, it make me mad also because one of the last photos that I seen of Traci, she was at, I think, her son's wedding, and she was frail. She was very, very frail looking. And you had some people that were saying, I hope nothing is wrong. But then you also had those negative comments. And I just didn't understand. We literally just went through the same thing with Chadwick Boseman, where he was looking frail and people were commenting negatively on his appearance, and come to find out he was suffering with cancer, and he also passed away. And it's like, we've already put it out there. Don't judge people for their appearance when they look like that, okay? Because you really don't know what is going on. Everything is not to be joked about. Everything is not to be kikied about or whatever. Just give people their respect. Observe, keep your dirty comments to yourself, and move on. All right? Because you don't want nobody to do that to you. But, I just want to give the family condolences and a lot of prayer, a lot of strength, a lot of love. It's a good thing that they're a big family, because there's a lot of love within that family, and they can be there for themselves and for each other. Tony and Tawanda did put out an official statement. I believe Trina did too as well. I don't think Tamar has said anything, but that's okay. That's okay. They are in grieving. All right. It's very, very fresh. And I really just want people to give them that space. I didn't even feel comfortable trying to tag them. That's why I didn't tag them. I just said what I had to say and posted, and then just let it go. Like, bitch, that is sad as fuck. That is that. Like, Traci was so fucking relatable. So fucking relatable. And that's why people feeling the way that they feel, because she was so freaking relatable. That's what it was, But, fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. And every time I hear somebody passing away from cancer, losing their fight with it, whether they did it naturally, whether they did chemo, whether they chose no treatment or whatever, it just makes me fucking sad, because I told y'all once before, I do have a friend that's been going through their battle situation with cancer for the past few years. And even though things look okay now, they're not in remission. They was in remission literally for a very short time, and it came right back. And it always plays in my mind, like, what if they're not going to be here? You know what I'm saying? What if they're not going to be here any longer? You know what I'm saying? So, cancer is a bitch. It really is. I just pray for strength for that whole family. I really do. Oh, Mama E. Anyway, you guys tell me how you feel. And I will see you guys later. Baby, that shit just bummed me the fuck out. Let me get off of here. I gotta go put my clothes in the dryer. I'm sorry. I will see y'all later. Peace.